Hi everyone, so today I'm here with my review of Happyslapped by Jellyfish, The Words of Karl Pilkington. Okay, so normally I'd start off by telling you what this book is about, but for this one it's a lot harder because this is something completely different to a lot of Karl's other stuff. This book was published in 2006, so it is way before his Idiot Abroad stuff and his new series, The Moaning of Life. This was before Karl was as famous as he is now, like internationally. Most people know Karl internationally, but this was before. He was only known for being on the Ricky Gervais show, that podcast, which you may have known. It's got the Guinness World Record for being the most downloaded podcast ever. So he wasn't as famous as he is now. So basically, if I read to the back, it says, a collection of baffling, hilarious, infuriating yet curiously compelling insights and anecdotes, diary entries, poems, true facts, cartoon and assorted witterings concerning travel from the mind of Karl Pilkington. So like what I just read from the back, basically this isn't a story. This book has got, like, as you can see, it's a lot smaller and thinner than his other work, and basically it's just got like diary entries in there, you know, entries from his diary. If I show you photos, there's like little, if I can find some here, like little jokes, like little quote thingies. There's also in here, if I can find it, cartoons, like cartoon bits that he just added in. So it's just a mishmash of stuff. But what this book's mainly about, well, what's the main thing in the book is Karl just talks about places he's been to. Now, if you do go and read this book, you'll find there's a lot of places in there that haven't been included that he has been to see, but those were for the Idiot Abroad series. And this was published before then, so he's only talking about places he's been to on holiday, whether it's with his girlfriend Suzanne or by himself, like for travel. So some of those places are Wales, Ibiza, Los Angeles, Tenerife, New York, Florida, Cotswolds, Malaga, Lanzarote, Tunisia, Lake District, and so on, Australia. And basically talks about different places been to, like, so as you can see here, it says Wales, and that will be several pages long, and you see a few photos, and it's just Karl talking about his holiday to Wales and what his thoughts and views on the place were. So like here we've got Weymouth, we've got Brussels. And yeah, it's just Karl's thoughts and views on the places he's been to. And what I loved about this book and what I love about Karl is that you can really relate to him. Like, I remember reading one chapter in here, I think it was Los Angeles, and I went there last summer with my family and I loved it. But reading Karl talk about Los Angeles, I could really relate to it, because some of the stuff he's going on about that happened to him there, that he experienced, I totally agree with him. I'm like, oh my god, that happened to me too, you know. Yeah, I saw that when I went there, you know, so he's really relatable, and I find his stuff is really enjoyable to read. This one especially I really enjoyed. I read it within 2 days, and I loved it. And as you see, a comment by Ricky Gervais says, if you think he's a genius, you're an idiot. And I just love this. Basically why I got this was because I'd read his Idiot Abroad stuff, and I was at that point where I was craving more Karl, and obviously The Moaning of Life wasn't coming up for ages and ages, like for another like year or so. So when I looked up his other work and I saw this, I thought it'd be a great, fun, quick read, and I picked it up, and I'm glad I did because I really enjoyed it. Anybody can read this book, you know, if you haven't seen his Idiot Abroad stuff or any of that biz, you can definitely pick this up. My copy is 222 pages long, and there's a little bit in the back from Karl. It's just really enjoyable. So if you're somebody like me who loves Karl and you're craving more Karl, then I definitely recommend this. If you're new to Karl, and you want it a little bit cheaper, more purse friendly, then I definitely recommend picking this up. I got mine from W.H. Smith's, but I know you can get it in Waterstones if you're from outside the UK. I'll probably look and see if I can find it anywhere and then leave links down below at some point. But I'm pretty sure you can get it from the Book Depository or Amazon. But I don't know whether your edition will be the same, but I know you can get it. So yeah, so I don't know really what else to say about the book other than if you like Karl, you'll love this. If you haven't read Karl, I definitely recommend it. It's just I find it really enjoyable. So like you can see, it says right, and then it says April the 28th. So you know, so that's like a part of his diary entry. It's just really enjoyable. It's a quick, light, fun read. And if you're somebody like me who's reading a lot of dystopian or a lot of young adult or adult and you just need a break, then this is the perfect book. And like with all Karl's work, if I'm down or if I need something to cheer me up, I could just read a bit of Karl and he'll put a smile on my face. I give this book a 4 stars. I won't give it a 5 like his other works, only because this isn't a story. I suppose I can't really compare it to stories, but I don't know, it's just because it wasn't a story, so, but, you know, but 4 stars is still good. It's on the same level as some books I've read. It's just that enjoyable. Like, if you know me, you know I'll read anything that Karl writes, and I just thought this was a nice little addition to my Karl collection. I've now got 4 of his books. And I'm trying to collect and get every book that he's ever done. Because I just think he's an enjoyable person. Well, an enjoyable... What I mean is, like, he's enjoyable to read about, like, his work. So, yeah, so I don't know what else to say, really, apart from go out and pick this up. If there's anything in this review I've sadly missed and you'd like to know about, then please comment below and I'll get back to you as soon as I possibly can. So yeah, so please comment below and let me know if you read this book and if you liked it as much as I did, or didn't. And if you haven't got this book yet and whether you would buy it, and yeah, and if there's anything whatsoever on this book you'd like to know, please comment below and I, you know, get back to you as soon as I possibly can. So that was my review of Happyslapped by Jellyfish, the words of Karl Pilkington. So overall, I'd give it a 4 out of 5 stars. It's a quick, enjoyable read. You know, it's just fun to read about, and I'd definitely recommend it to anybody. Whether I put an age group on this, I'm not quite sure. There is some adult humour in here. But if you're younger and your parents are fine with you reading a bit of swearing and a bit of adult humour, then go ahead, go and pick it up. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll be back with another book review soon. So thanks, bye.